Hi folks, it's Butcher. I'm really happy to be back in my third and maybe final webcast. It all depends on how things go here. It's come to my attention that basically members of this webcast have been threatened outside of the studio. And you don't want to do that. I am the bodyguard, I am their protector, and I will spare no expense protecting the members of this videocast movie review group. You understand, folks. Don't test me. You'll lose. You don't know what's up in this brain here. It's pure evil. Pure evil. Payback is a bitch. Karma. You screw with us, you screw with me. You screw with them, you screw with me. Do you understand? I'm not going to play any more games, and I'm not going to spell this out twice. Stay away from us. Don't follow us to our jobs. Don't follow us on the street. Don't follow us where we have to go outside of the webcast studio. Because I will find you, and I will gut you like a fucking pig. And I have the means to do it. Okay. One warning only, folks. One warning. These people pay me very well to protect them. Okay. Yeah. You don't want to fuck with me, folks, because I'm one mean motherfucker. And I mean business. When I say something, you better listen and take notice. And when I say something, you listen and you follow my instructions and my rules. Otherwise, there will be hell to pay, because I am fucking from hell. As you can see, I am fucking demented, and I am a fucking mean son of a bitch and clown, and a bodyguard, and a hitman, and whatever else I've been in my, past life. So basically, you want to be really careful around me. And my guys, my boys back there. Okay, enough of that. I made my point. Understand and listen, and don't screw around with us. Because I'm one mean motherfucker. You don't want to screw with me in any way, shape, or form. Okay, tonight we're going to do a really nice movie review because I really like this particular movie. This movie is called 1995, it came out. Night of the Scarecrow. Some of you might remember this movie. It came out like about 20 years ago. It's basically about this, basically the story starts about 200 years ago. This town was floundering. The soil was desolate. They couldn't grow crops. There's no water. This townsfolk are desperate trying to get their town, going and, to build it and everything like that, and to basically, to prosper pretty much. So basically this demon comes along, this warlock, and he basically makes a deal with the townsfolks that he would, turn their town around. And of course he did keep his end of the bargain, basically. So basically the town was prosperous and everybody had great successful farms. It was like a farming community, really, a medium-sized farming community, with a bunch of butt wipes, for townsfolk, generations, 200 years ago when it first started. So basically they decided, because he was actually living in the town, and he was a slimeball, he was having orgies, he was doing all this other kind of slimy shit, and of course the church people didn't like that. They thought he was a demon. Of course they knew he was a demon, from hell, but they made a pact with the devil. Just like if you make a pact with me, I expect you to keep your end of the bargain. Otherwise, I'm going to suck your soul out of your body. I'm going to fillet it. I'm going to eat it for breakfast. Just like he does. So basically, they decide to kill him. So they basically kill him. And they bury him in a sacred plot, and they use his book of spells against him. So he's basically he's stuck down there. You know, he's alive and stuff like that, but he's actually stuck down there. You know, his bones are buried in a small little tiny baby coffin. So basically, you know, these two. Let's advance 200 years. So basically, what happens? These two drunken idiots who live on that particular farm. Anyway, his burial plot is basically next to a goddamn scarecrow, which is propped up about 10 feet away from where his bones are buried in a baby coffin. So basically, what happens is these two idiots. Well, actually, let me get back to the main story. 200 years ago, they put this big slab on top of them. You know, where actually the hole they dug it, you know, put his coffin in there basically, and it, you know, it's like it's basically it's a spell. It's basically a spell that hold him down there so he can't ever escape. But unfortunately, you advance 200 years, and these two drunken idiots who live on that particular farm, they're farm hands, you know, corn boys, whatever you want to fucking call them. You know, they're drunk one night and they basically use a bulldozer and they, you know, because they're pissed off, you know, they're hammered, they don't like the foreman, stuff like that. So basically, what they do is they make a nice path right towards the scarecrow, and they don't realize that the goddamn warlock is buried like 10 feet below, and so they break the goddamn seal on his coffin, on his burial plot, you know, big slab of stone with indentation, you know, all kinds of charms and everything. You know, it's just stupid fucking people. They just released a nasty fucking bastard. That's what they did. That's what they did. He wants his fucking book back. He wants to plot his revenge against the town folks and all the generations that have come since when he was around, you know, back 200 years ago when the original people killed him and buried him in the cornfield. So basically, let me get some. I gotta get drunk and more, you know, to explain this a little bit better. It does help. So basically, they break the damn seal. It's like a big stone with this big bulldozer thing. And of course, they have no idea what the fuck they've done. And so later that night, of course, you know, when the moon is going right by, you know, full moon, it releases his soul, basically, and it comes up into the scarecrow. Basically, it makes the scarecrow alive. He basically goes into the scarecrow, which is kind of cool. It's actually a pretty good movie, folks. I would really recommend this movie. It's actually, I'm going to give this a very good rating because any of you remember this movie, it's actually got good special effects and everything. Where's my goddamn fucking knife? God damn it. You guys are fucking taking you guys are chaffing you're pissing me off, man. Don't piss Butcher off. Okay, I was talking about a movie. Okay, let's get back to this goddamn fucking movie. Goddamn movie. This is a standard DVD. Okay, standard DVD, okay. It's pretty cool. You have to bear with me, folks. It's only my third stint in front of the webcam. So basically, he starts to revenge against the family members, the generations that have come, and you know, the new members of the generation, you know, the whatever you want to call them, you know, like Dirk Blocker and Gary Lockwood, you know, people who prospered from their, this warlock is pissed because they basically broke the pact with him, and you know, they weren't supposed to do that 200 years ago. You know, they're supposed to follow through on their agreement, and of course they didn't do it. And of course, like all stupid townsfolk, you know, oh my God, stupid. So basically, he comes back as a scarecrow and he starts picking off the family members of the main people that killed him 200 years ago, and you know, anybody that gets in the way, you know. It's actually got some really cool special effects in this movie. You know, one lady gets planted as you know, he basically catches this couple fucking in their van, this really slimy guy who works on the farm. He's like a punk, you know. He needs to have his ass killed. You know, I could just kill his ass, you know. He's really fucking annoying. He's always smoking, he's always drinking, he's always got a fucking beer in his hand. So basically, he catches those guys fucking in their van. Of course, you know, he gets away temporarily, you know, for a while, but the demon fucks with the girl, you know. He basically sticks that piece of flesh plant in her mouth, and of course it grows inside of her, and she starts to sprout all kinds of fucking vines and weeds, and it drags her out of the van. This is actually a pretty cool part. And she's all bloody and she's still alive, and it basically plants her. It goes right straight down in the ground and plants her. She basically turns into a plant, a flesh plant, if you want to call that a flesh plant. Oh, Dirk Blocker, you know, uh, he gets killed by a machine in a garage. I'm not going to tell you every damn little scene, but there's some really cool special effects in this movie. Of course, it was made 20 years ago, but special effects are very, very good. It's creepy, it's atmospheric. The guy that plays the Scarecrow is very creepy. He's got like a basic Scarecrow uh, mask on and dirty clothes and a button for an eye and stuff like that. But it's actually the Warlock underneath. All decayed and everything. He just wants to get back to the way he looked 200 years ago. And just wreak havoc on this fucking town because they screwed him big time. I would be pissed off if somebody screwed with me after my agreement and they broke their the agreement and the contract. Very important not to break those contracts. You see what happens here. So basically, the movie just kind of goes along, and it's got some really creepy stuff in here. I mean, some of the scenes I'm not going to tell you. There's a really good scene though. I'm going to tell you one scene. The preacher the minister that lives in this town is just a pig. He's like an overzealous minister. So basically, demon catches him in his church one night, I should say nights, mainly night, and he basically sews his lips together. It's this great scene, man. He basically knocks the guy down to the ground. Of course, he has control over him because he's a warlock, and he basically takes thread off his clothing, and slowly, stitches the guy's lips together. He doesn't kill him right there. He kills him later on in the movie, but the guy stumbles out of there later on. His lips are sewn together. It's pretty cool, actually. There's all kinds of other cool other parts in this movie. The Warlock is pretty fucking mean. He just wants his fucking book back because his book is being held in the mayor's house. Gary Lockwood is the mayor of this little scumball city. So basically, he wants his book back. His book is spells, indentation, whatever you want to call those things. And so basically, he'll stop at nothing to get that book back because that will give him back his power, and he can take control of the town again, and he can wreak havoc and vengeance on all the other people who screwed him for the last 200 years, and especially the people, all the kids from the people from 200 years ago, the generations, because he wants to kill everybody associated with, when he died, when they killed him back 200 years ago. Can't you blame him? I would too, man. If I get, buried alive basically 200 years ago, and, stuck in a hole in the ground, I'd be pissed off too, wouldn't you? Well, of course you would be. Yeah. You guys try to bury me, and I'll fucking come back and get your goddamn ass. So basically, it's a pretty good. I think there's going to be a sequel. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's a sequel because I'm not going to tell you what happened at the very end. They do get him at the end. The main big hunky dude and the girl that likes him. The daughter of Gary Lockwood, the mayor of the fucking. Oh, what the fuck? This movie is actually pretty damn good. I mean, I was actually pleasantly surprised by this movie. I wasn't expecting much for it, but I looked at some of the reviews on like Amazon and stuff like that, and they got about 4 stars, 4 or 5 stars. And I'm kind of skeptical about skeptical. I think I've had too much to drink tonight, and I'm in a pissed off mood. Anyway, so I decided to buy it, and it turned out to be a gem. Because this movie is actually pretty damn good. I might even watch it a second time in the day, maybe tonight or tomorrow. It's actually pretty good. It's got great special effects. It's atmospheric. It's creepy. It's very well done. Very well done. The acting is very well done. The town sets are very well done. Everything is believable. The actors are actually very good in this movie. You actually believe who these people are, in the roles that they're playing, Basically, they do a damn good job in this movie. And the special effects, like I said, are outstanding. Fuck yeah. Damn. I feel so violated tonight. I don't know why, but I just feel violated. Because people are fucking with members of this goddamn webcast, and I'm just not going to tolerate that. That keeps eating away at my brains. I'm getting sick of people fucking with my boys, man. Ugh. This movie takes second back row compared to what I'm thinking right now. You know, basically, I just want to get drunk and go out and stab somebody, and I just might do that. This is the group's favorite brewski cider. It's called Reds. It's pretty good stuff. I would really recommend it. It's not bad for doing a webcast, you know, stuff like that. Fuck. You think I look menacing, folks? Because I'm trying to come across menacing, because I am menacing. You don't want to fuck with me. Yeah, so we've been picking up we'll talk more about this movie in a couple minutes. So we've been picking up more props for the webcast, like this brand new beautiful axe. Isn't this beautiful? You could really chop up a lot of people with this sucker, man. You know, Leatherface basically in the basement wants to take this. He wants to use this to chop up through, you know, heavy bones and stuff like that, and you know, stuff like that. So basically, but we're not going to let him, because this actually belongs in the studio, not in the basement, where he can chop, you know, people's fingers off and, you know, chop through their, you know, their arms and stuff, you know, and chop their damn heads off. He's got plenty of tools down there. He doesn't need this one, you know, so we have to deny that. If he wants more props, he's going to have to go out and buy them or steal them, you know. I'd recommend that he steals them. Anybody gets in his way, just kill him. Chainsaw him right in half. You know, take an arm off, and then take another arm off, and then the leg, and then the other leg, and, you know, maybe cut the butt off. You know, I don't know. He can do whatever he wants. Ugh, God damn. Well, anyway, let's talk about this movie again. You know, I'm going to give this movie... You know, I haven't really thought about my rating system, but I think we're going to do this butcher knives, you know, butcher knives or whatever. Out of 10, I'm going to give this sucker an 8.5, because I think this is a very well done movie. And I think all you people give this movie a chance, and you will love this movie. It's pretty damn cool. You know, I was pleasantly surprised. You know, I'm a skeptic at some of these movies. Now, some of these movies that come out, like Scarecrow movies, Evil Clown movies, they're shit. Complete shit. But this movie actually lived up to its billing. It's actually pretty damn good, you know. This is a standard DVD tear has come to harvest. Catchy phrase, isn't it? Tear has come to harvest, yeah. And it really has. I hope they make a sequel. I gotta find out if there's a sequel to this movie, because this movie deserves a sequel. The ending has kind of like a hint at a sequel, Basically, there's this little piece of flesh he wanted to stick, you know, rib flesh he wanted to stick in the last girl in the town, like I said, the good-looking guy and the babe, you know, who kill him at the end. And he was trying to stick it in her mouth, you know, so she could turn into a Plan B harvested, you know, like the girl early in the movie. So basically, it shows this little piece of flesh going into the ground, because, you know, I think he's going to be reborn again, you know, because that's part of him, you know. So I don't know if there's ever a sequel to this movie, but, you know, that would have been the perfect avenue for a sequel, you know, when it burrows into the ground and basically, you know, starts up the process all again, you know, all over again, you know. So basically, you know, it's I gotta find out. I don't know if there was. I'm gonna have to do some research, some goddamn research. Oh. Yeah, anyway, we're going to give this an 8.5. 8.5 butcher knives, because it is well worth putting in your collection. Don't listen to anybody else. Listen to me. This is a good, scary, creepy-ass Scarecrow Halloween-type movie. Well done from start to finish. And you definitely want to check it out and add it to your collection. Yeah, pretty cool. That's what he kind of looks like. You can't really see a good... Right up here. Right there. That's what he kind of looks like. I wish I could show you some stills, but you know, he's pretty cool. We got to get ourselves a sickle, a hay sickle or something, because you know. Oh my God. Anyway, we have another drink here before we continue. We gotta rant. We gotta rant for a while here. You know, you people are pissing me off. Some people are pissing me off, and they know who they are. You know, they keep fucking with. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, oh, I'm just gonna sit here and rock and really creep you fuckers out. Creepy enough, assholes. Pennywise comes across so nice and pretty and, you know, so sweet and everything. I come across a little more mean and to the point and vicious and disgusting. You know, I'm like I said, Pennywise is my brother, but you know, he's the white half, I'm the black half. So basically, you know, we're completely different, you know, even though I love him, he's my brother and I have to protect him. And don't fuck with Pennywise. He might be back tomorrow night. I don't know though. He's still a little screwed up from the death threat he had, you know, from somebody out in the public or something, and you know, but he did do one last night or a couple nights ago, which you know, I think he's getting back to normal. So, but I'll watch his back, folks. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Ever fuck with me? Seriously, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. And he's all pissed off because I got blood on his fucking gloves. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So get a grip. You know, that's what I tell him. Fucking who cares? It's just blood. I won't tell you whose blood this is, but it is blood. Like I said, you know, basically, you know, Leatherface is down in the basement, always chainsawing people in half. So I go down and visit him lately. I've been part of the group for a couple of weeks now, as you probably all know. You know, as the bodyguard and the protector of the boys. So basically, I go down there and see what Leatherface is. He doesn't like people down in his butcher shop downstairs in the basement, but I go down and talk to him anyway and see who he's cutting up and if I know those people. You know, actually, I thought I knew somebody a couple of days ago. I think I did. I can't remember what her name was, but she wasn't looking too good. She was on a meat hook. She was hanging on a fucking meat hook. You know, screaming. Well, actually, two guys and a girl were hanging on meat hooks. You know, down in the basement, getting ready to be, you know, filleted. Oh God, it's so funny. They had it coming too. I guess they were real pricks, you know, just people who screwed with, you know, the boys. I told you, if you screw with us, you're gonna end up in the basement. If you end up in the basement, you're gonna become part of Leatherface's new meat line, you know. Stuff like that in supermarkets. You know, I told you about that earlier, didn't I? I told you about that. You're gonna be sold at the major supermarket chains maybe here in Minneapolis and you know the Twin City area. Yeah, I told you all about that. You know, you may be eating some of our products already. Oh, that's good. Okay. I wasn't joking about that, folks. We have the best meat products in Minneapolis and St. Paul and the Twin City areas. Leatherface's own brand. It's called Leatherface Prime Cuts. You've probably seen it in the local supermarkets. Leatherface Prime Cuts. You will. If it's not in your local supermarket, you probably will in the very near future, you know, so you're looking for it. Is that creeping you out? Oh boy, am I creeping you out? Tough shit. That's what our job is here, is to creep you fucking out. creep you out and make you have nightmares and think about us standing in the corner of your bedroom and basically under your bed and in your closet. We're outside behind a tree watching you. We're always watching you. We're following you. We're basically stalking you. We're basically looking where we can make our move. That's what we do. We scare people the best because we are evil. You always hated clowns as a kid? I'm a good reason why you should hate clowns now as an adult. Fuck yeah. Oh, god damn. Did I scare you? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Fuck you. Fuck all you. Who cares? Learn to live with it. You hate clowns. I love clowns. Pennywise loves clowns. Leatherface loves clown. Michael Myers loves clown. Spidey Boy hates us. I don't know where in the fuck he is. Okay, enough of me fucking ranting. You may see me walking down the street later on, looking for you. I may be looking for all of you. Just walking down the street, just looking to cause trouble, to pick a fight. I love confrontations. You all should know that by now. Fuck yeah! Oh, God. Whoa, look what we got back there. Folks, look at that. We have our new Scarecrow. I didn't tell you about this. We got a Scarecrow movie reviewer coming in. I'm not going to tell you his name, but he's coming in. That's his new mask. He's preparing to do his very first webcast. You better like it. Better like it. Okay, back to this movie before I scare the living shit out of you. I don't want you waking up with white hair. Anyway, get this movie, Night of the Scarecrow. It's well worth $10, $15. Put in your movie collection. Truly is. Good movie. 8.5 butcher knives. Yeah. You guys gotta see this. You know, if you don't believe me how good it is, go to YouTube and check out a trailer on this movie. And just trust me. Just buy this fucking movie. Buy this fucking movie. It's well worth it. Night of the Scarecrow. Oh, God. Okay. Well, I'm going to end this fucker tonight, man. I think I've ranted enough. I want you guys to just think about this one final thought from me. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. All the time. 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day. Be afraid. Be very afraid. And get this movie. Add it to your collection. Until then, don't forget to look under your bed tonight before you fall asleep. And in your closet. And in the corner of your room where it's dark. Or in the rocking chair. I could be sitting there watching you. Bye.